I started by thinking about a dream from last night in which I am driving a hyena out of a big room in a big mansion with a broom and feel pretty good getting rid of this animal that I don't like. But then my mind went back to a turning point dream in my life from more than 20 years ago, and I'd like to share it with you briefly because maybe in the story there's the beginning of a whole education in what dreaming can be when we become more conscious, more lucid, more active as dreamers, ready to go further, ready not simply to submit to wrong choices or wrong pathways in life, but to choose a better choice. So many years ago, I was facing a certain difficulty, a certain situation in regular life. I had some problems. And I did what I would often counsel people to do. I'll counsel you to do it later on tonight. I asked for dream guidance on my situation. And, dreams are wiser than we are. In the first part of my dream, I am trying to get through construction, clogged roads, rubble, nothing is moving. I am so frustrated, and in the dream I remember, half lucid, that I'm looking for guidance on my waking life intention, but I'm getting nowhere. I come out of the dream feeling completely frustrated. But I decide I'm not going to leave it at that. I'm going to get my guidance somehow or other. So I plunge back into the dream. I'm now taking you into the thought that you can travel consciously into a dream space, a place you've been in a dream. You can go back into that space consciously, lucidly, and you can accomplish something. So I'm lying in bed. I'm not using drumming. I'm just lying in bed. I'm using the force of my feelings. A dominant feeling is frustration, and another feeling is the desire to get the help and guidance I am seeking. And I put myself back into the dream. Once again, I'm in the clogged and broken streets of the construction. Then I notice something that I did not see in the first version of the dream. I see a beautiful young man, and he can fly, and he's flying up something like a storm drain away from the blocked and clogged street. And I look at him and I think, I know him. He looks like an impossibly beautiful, radiant version of myself, my impossible, radiant double. And he can fly, and of course, we're in a dream. I can fly too. So I follow the example of my radiant double, and I fly up that storm drain-like thing, and now I'm up on a hilltop in clean woods. I've left all the construction and rubble and difficulty behind, and something plucks at me like an invisible Chinese wind dragon to leave my original intention. It was too small, and to go a different way. And I find myself in a clearing in the woods, and there's a kind of lodge in the woods, and there's a native circle gathered round a fire, and the people are singing and chanting, and it's beautiful, these earth people, these dream people, close to the earth, close to the dreaming, and I stand in the doorway of their lodge, excited but humble because I don't want to intrude on them, and an elder receives me and guides me into the circle, and it makes it clear to me that I am to sit with them, to chant with them, to drum with them, and I feel so honored to be with these simple people connected to the earth and the dreaming. And at a certain point in this part of the dream, the fire becomes friendly, and I do something extraordinary. I go to the center of the circle. I lie down beside the fire, and one by one dream people come to me, and they do this. They place red-hot glowing coals over my eyes, and they say, we do this to open your eyes that you may see clearly. And they place red-hot glowing coals over my ears, and they say, we do this to open your ears so you may hear clearly. And they place a red-hot glowing coal on my tongue, and they say, we do this to open your mouth so you will speak only truth. And they place a red-hot glowing coal on my heart, and I feel the pain as the fire goes down to my heart and then streams up to my throat. And they say in this musical cadence language, which I understand, they say, we do this to open your heart and the passage from your heart to your mouth, so that henceforth you will speak and act and live only from the heart. Well, I rose from this dream, this conscious dream, this lucid dream accomplished through the science and art of dream re-entry, which we are going to learn. I rose from this thrilled, juiced, energized. I didn't spend a moment in analysis. I jumped in my car. I drove to a lake in the woods I could reach from my house. I stood at that lake in the woods with my hand on my heart, and I said to the clouds and the water and the trees and the red-tailed hawk that came knifing through the clouds, I said, henceforth, I will speak and act only from the heart. That's the kind of dream that can not only change your life, it led me to revise my agendas, to abandon a project which I was embarked upon and been seeking guidance on, which was clearly wrong, because the dreaming powers took me to a deeper place of understanding. It's also the kind of dream, the kind of personal vision that can be for you in your life. The hearth fire that keeps you warm on the coldest day, the beacon fire that lights a way when you are in darkness. You can go back to it when you are troubled or confused, and it will shine for you and light you and heat you and warm you and keep you going. I wish for you a dream of this kind.